Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry. Got Max and David here. Bright spots this season. We are suffocating in a cloud of negativity. And despite the fact that trying to think of good things about Everton might make us vomit a little in our mouth because we don't really want to think about that, it's kind of like, you know what, let us dwell in darkness for a bit. Let's just bring a little light. All right, because we've been pissed, okay? So bright things about Everton this season that will potentially help us moving forward. I have 4, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm digging pretty deep, but it'll be all right. What about you guys? Where do you want to start?
I think we should start with your 4.
I've only got 1.
What do you got, Max? Go ahead.
The amount of young players that have come through, really. Mason Holgate, we brought Jordan Pickford in. Mason Holgate, John Joe Kenny, Tom Davies, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I know Lookman's gone on loan, but we've got a healthy amount of young players there that we can use going forward.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's really one of the only positive outlooks I've got from this season, really.
You just said 3 of mine. I did it with individual players to kind of make the list longer,
Beef it out.
So you just did this blanket thing that just ticked all of mine off. Yeah, Tom Davies is playing better now. He looked good last season too, to be honest. He had a solid season. But his return to the lineup, I think, is giving him more confidence. And I think we look stronger as a team. And it's been said many, many times in our videos, when he's able to start getting forward and be offensive-minded along with getting back and playing D, he's a stronger player, and we play better as a team. All right? So, yeah, Tom Davies. Jordan Pickford has to be a bright spot. He just has to be. He just looks good, and I'll be kind of pissed if he doesn't get the England #1 this summer. All right, I would like him to get a little World Cup action going.
Yeah.
And DCL, I totally took a bypass. I bypassed Holgate. Wasn't even thinking, but he should be here too. DCL and Holgate getting valuable experience. Kenny's getting experience too, but right now I don't know if he's ready for prime time as much as Coleman. I think Holgate and DCL could start if needed. Holgate especially. I think Holgate's ready for starting lineup right now. DCL, it's hard to say, but yeah. Yeah, and I got one other one. Seamus Coleman is back.
Coleman. Knew it.
Okay?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been doing nothing but kissing Seamus Coleman's ass in these videos this whole time. But you know what? I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
All right?
That performance. Unbelievable.
What a flicker of hope. Just a little flicker in a dark room. It's great.
Yeah. I think my one now would have some shine kind of taken off it a little bit because, he's already kind of wore thin a little bit. But I think if you rewind back to September, it was fantastic seeing the ass kind of sticking a middle finger up to Koeman. And, getting his run out after all that time. Because he had been the ultimate professional and, coming on, getting a goal, and then later in that week getting another 2. So I think, that was a real one. A few kind of great moments when he come on and won that game against Bournemouth. That was a big win at the time as well. So I think for me it's fantastic. And, when you look at the bigger picture as well, we know he's not the best player, but he's a out and out Premier League striker now. He plays virtually week in, week out. So fair play to him. It's probably a dream come true for him personally. So I think that's a bright spot.
Yeah, I mean he's carved out a niche. He's got a spot. He comes in and he makes things happen. I don't know if he's a starter, but I think he's been an addition to the team. He's been a good thing. So I agree. I love an underdog story. I say it repeatedly. I think he's a great example of one. That's a good bright spot. I don't think we can really give a whole lot of other coaching bright spots. Well, the funny thing is our U23s look good again, but Unsworth's leaving. It seems like he's going to Oxford. So that's kind of a dark thing to go with the bright.
Yeah, no, I think it's probably for the best, actually. I think it was a horrible time, really, when he come in. It wasn't necessarily his fault. So I think it'd be great if he can go and build his career at, a first team level. And Oxford will be a good place to do it.
I'm going to miss him, but if he's eventually ever going to take the reins at Everton, he needs to get more experience somewhere else so that we can stop saying he doesn't have any experience. You know what I mean? He's got to start building and making his way up. It's true. I'm still going to miss him. You guys get to see more U23 games than I do, but they're impressive to watch. They really are. So I'm going to miss that. Any other bright spots, guys? Everton in the community is awesome.
Really, off the pitch, Why?
Yeah.
I think it's become apparent, though, isn't it, that we haven't even had any great results, have we? Where you could go, that game was fantastic. Maybe the Leicester game was a big win, but except for that, we haven't really, have we?
Yeah,
Watford was a great win as well, but you kind of not really blockbuster. Yeah.
I mean, when I think about this season, my big moment is probably going to be the Leicester win with Seamus coming back and seeing a soul creep into the team. They
didn't even give us a week of that, though, did they? Literally 4 days later, we're back down to. But whatever.
Yeah, that's the way it works. So, anything else, guys? Any others of these? Because we are scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
I think we're saving our great moments for the rest of the season.
I'm like David. I'm like David. You know better than that. I like how you say something like ultra positive and it's clearly bullshit and you're joking.
I think everyone sees right through my bullshit when I do that. So
that's why you do it. You know what I mean? So the good thing is, hopefully they get it. It's like a sarcasm font. All right, guys. So if that's it, that's all of our bright spots. Besides the fact that we've got a new stadium incoming.
That's even been put back a year, hasn't it? So
yeah, I will say that where they had the Super Bowl, where Minnesota plays, Mice said, just imagine that stadium in blue, blue with blue seats, and I can't remember the other thing he said. So check out the Minnesota stadium. It might be some sort of inspiration that Mice is thinking of for Bramley Moore. So
nice.
That'd be great. So, guys, if that is it, that is the end of our Bright Spots What Has Gone Right segment. It's the shortest segment. That should say everything. If you're listening via podcast, please subscribe to the Toffee Blues podcast. That'd just be very nice, and rate it if you can. That's just sweet. If you're digging the videos, please subscribe to us there too. Subscribe to the Toffee Blues YouTube channel. Leave a like, comment, all that hot stuff. Check out David's stuff on the Sportsman and the Toffee Blues website, and check out Max's stuff on the Toffee Blues website. Check out the Toffee Blues website just as a whole. There's a really great, I think it's a 3-word breakdown of Everton's performance. It's pretty solid. I think I retweeted it. You should check that out. It's wonderful. These guys didn't write it. They have other stuff, but yeah, it's good. You should check out the site. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah, that's all I have. All right, guys. Here's to better days. All right.
Indeed.
And thanks for your time. We had some long segments besides this one. Much love, and yeah, let's keep trucking. All right. Bye.